So, my name is Beres and I come from Tallinn, Estonia. Firstly, in the schedule, I was supposed to talk about career opportunities in Estonia. Well, before having career opportunities in Estonia, you should go to university. So today I will focus on the study opportunities in Estonia. And if you have questions about working in Estonia, please be so kind and after the presentation, come to my table and ask, and I will give that information as good as I can. So, Estonia. How many of you knew where Estonia is? Please raise your hand. One. Okay, some hands. Very good, very good. So, some quick facts about us. We're a small nation. The whole Estonia is 1.3 or 1.4 million people. But we have our own language, not the easiest one, but we're very proud of it. And when a foreigner comes to Estonia and studies the Estonian language and speaks it without flaws, then it's a great deal, and he or she earns great respect. And this picture is from one of our singing festivals every year. We're a member of EU, so working and studying in our country is really easy. You don't need a lot of paperwork. Also a member of NATO, situated in the northeastern Europe, and the size is slightly bigger than the Netherlands, so we're not habited really much because the land is quite big and there is only 1.3 million people. We're mostly covered with forest, so the nature in Estonia is really nice. It's the nicest during the summer and springtime, in my opinion. Of course, the autumn is also nice and colorful, but the winters, I personally don't like. They are cold. They can be very cold, minus 25 sometimes. Yes, I'm thinking about coming to Greece or Portugal or something like that. But also it's beautiful. So the snow and ice and the forests that are snowy, really beautiful. Our capital, Tallinn, is famous for its old town. It's in the UNESCO Heritage list. And on these pictures you can see some of the nicest views. But we also have a so-called city right next to it, so everything is really close together. And Tallinn is many times more than Athens, so you can get by bicycle, you can get from one end to another in like an hour or something. Some more nature. We have a lot of wetlands and a lot of hiking trails in the wetlands. Modern city. And what are we proud of? If you ask an Estonian why is Estonia famous or why is it good, we made Skype, our guys made it, and then we sold it, so now it's owned by international owners. And what are we really proud of is our e-services. You can do almost anything via internet, if you want an ID card or a passport, you can make the application online. You don't need to go anywhere. If there's a fee, then you just put in your ID card, pay the fee via internet bank, 24/7, no problem. And also, we have a digital signature that is valid for equal as a normal signature, or I would say even more. If a normal signature can be faked, then no one has so far faked the digital signature. Most of the banking transactions are made electronically, and we're famous for our IT. And you can make a company in 15 minutes, and I can do it here also. Just put in my ID card, put in my password, get a name for the company, transfer the money, and it's done. If you want to try it, come to my table, we'll do it. Culture. So, our education Our oldest university was founded in 1632. It is one of the oldest ones in Europe. So we have a very long tradition with education. Oral diplomas are internationally accredited. You get an EU type diploma. And we facilitate 3+2 education system since Bologna. What are our key advantages? Low tuition fees, and since this year there are many master's programs that don't have a tuition fee at all, and all PhD programs are for free also. But if you have a tuition, then it's usually 2,000 to 4,000 euros per year. Living costs, 400 to 600 euros. Of course, you can always spend more, but with this 600 you should manage just fine. Okay, so the stuff has gone down in the other computer. Last year we had around 1,600 degree students from foreign countries. So quite a lot of international people. And all over Estonia, with the different universities combined, more than 100 degree programs in English. Since we are so small, we have, I think, 6 or 7 universities in our capital, so professors are really close to students. It isn't so that you can't see the professor anywhere else than a lecture. If you have a question, you go and ask, and they will have time for you usually. Some research also, International Student Barometer 2009, 90% of the international students were satisfied with their stay in Estonia. That's quite high. And our safety, social safety is quite high. There are almost no riots, no real political action. So, as it said, northern people are quite calm, so are Estonians. You can get an English degree in 7 different universities. Most of them are public, one private. And now information about the university I come from. We have master's programs in different fields, and as you can see, the name of the university is technology, not technical, technology. So during the last 5 years, we have tried more and more to combine not just engineering, but also business and law and social studies, because in our opinion, today's engineers don't need just engineering knowledge. They need people knowledge, social skills. So we try to combine different fields. Plus, because we have special programs to promote startups, to bring these people from different fields together, and it's quite real that you will start your own business during the stay in Estonia. PhD, also very wide range of fields. I will not read them, you have some seconds to view them. And if you have more questions about programs or fields, come by from my table and I will give you a leaflet with all the information. With PhD, it's usually 4 years, and in total 240 ECTS credits. And there is a study course, usually 55 to 60 points, and you have to do an independent science project. About admission, you need master's degree to apply for PhD admission at our university. And you can have, or you can study at a full-time level or part-time level, and it's reviewed every year, so it's quite flexible. About financing, as I said before, there is no fee for PhD students, but there is fixed number of places per program, so you have to apply for it, and the best ones will be chosen. And you will also get a monthly scholarship, little under 400 euros. Plus there are more scholarship sheets available, but that depends on the subject and the field you're in and what kind of work you want to do. So how many PhD students do we have? Last year it was 773, and state places there were 300 people, non-state commissioned students a little under 500. So you won't be the only one studying in English in our university. Considering PhD, we also have a thing called doctoral schools in Estonia. Doctoral school is formed by a university and has to have at least one partnership with another university, with some R&D company, organization, something abroad, something from homeland, and they should enrich their PhD experience. There are 8 different doctoral schools right now. 3 of them are coordinated by our university, and we have other partners. And more than 80% of PhD students are involved in these doctoral schools. And we're partnering 5 schools. So these give the opportunity to do work with private sector or do cooperation with different universities in Estonia and also definitely abroad. And if you have questions about PhD, I don't have really detailed information about that, but we have a special email that you can write. You can write what you study, what your questions are, what would you like to do, and they will answer you usually in 2 days. Some more information about our studies in general. In 2010, the European Student Network made a survey, and international students in our country said that Estonia was the best place to stay in all Europe. So it was a big compliment to us. Of course, things aren't always perfect. Sometimes you write an email, you don't get an answer in 2 weeks. You have to call, you have to go there. Of course, we're not perfect, but things are quite well. And we always try to make them better. And according to Student Barometer 2011, 90% of students were satisfied with their stay. If we ask international students why do they like Estonia, they say that it's a good place to live also, not just study, because the universities are close together, and our university, for example, is also campus university, so all our facilities are quite near to each other. You can walk from one building to another. You have good access to labs, classes, and to professors. A lot of events, I will show you some pictures also. And a lot of student organizations that organize everything, parties, study groups, research, you name it. Low costs and safe environment. So about European Student Network Tallinn, ESN Tallinn. It's a partnership of 9 universities in Tallinn. So you get people from different fields and get a great experience. This is Estonian, I wouldn't say quite winter yet. There isn't that much snow, but it's definitely late autumn. And you can learn ice skating. Russia is really near, so with a plane, like under 2 hours to Moscow, so you can visit Moscow at the same time. We have a lot of film nights, and the movies are quite popular in Estonia, so we have a lot of cinemas, and also in the university, students organize movie nights. Quiz nights, city tours for the international students. Now it's winter again. City games. This is done at the big park in our And if you have more questions or you want to see more information about studying in Estonia in general, visit studyingestonia.ee. It's in English, German and Russian, so you can have a look at all the universities in Tallinn and in Estonia. So, suure aitäh minu poolt, this means thank you in Estonian, and have a beautiful day, have a beautiful lunch. I understand and lunch is coming soon. And I just love Greece. Thanks.
For PhD students or graduate students, do you charge fees, the universities?
Sorry?
Do they charge fees, tuition fees?
I can't speak for all the universities, but in our university there are no fees for PhD students.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Beres.
Do you have more time? I have a 3-minute video.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes.
Mr. Spiropoulos here?
It's on the folder, yeah. On top.
Estonia is one of the most technologically advanced countries in the world. A free and fast internet connection is available almost everywhere, and definitely in all university facilities.
Nice pitch.
Internet makes life more convenient and is freely accessible to everyone. Wi-Fi is available almost everywhere.
I think it's well known and increasingly well known in Europe that Estonia is known for its electronic services, e-Estonia, and that sort of branding. Of course, Skype was developed here. Those things have happened in the past few years.
This is great because in Estonia you can just sit down in the main square and use your laptop and be connected to the world. You can just get a bus from Tartu to Tallinn and use again your Wi-Fi connection, or just drink a tea or a coffee, because I'm Italian, so I drink coffee. And use again take your computer with you and use the internet. And this is a very useful thing because, for instance, in Italy you don't have this Wi-Fi, free Wi-Fi connection everywhere you go. So it's a very step ahead. I think it's very cool.
I'm communicating with my family, with my friends, and through internet, of course, from Ottawa. But also, what concerns studies, everything is electronically. So somehow it was shocking also to see internet in the middle of the forest or in the bus if you go to Tallinn from Tartu. But I think it's a big plus, even if it takes time to get used to it.
Most public services and university procedures include simple online applications. Coming to Estonia means being at the forefront of technology.
Basically, it's like really, the country that goes online.
Everything from the electronic ID card to the, voting online, being able to get your health care and seeing all of your health information through the web. Banking, of course, is almost entirely online.
I travel to Tallinn and other places. I can have my laptop on the bus and check internet all the time.
It's a lot easier, quicker, and is, I would say, at least 10 years ahead of a lot of other countries in the West.